In order to successfully steal the Krabby Patty's secret formula, Plankton squeezed his soul out of his body. But Karen thought Plankton had accidentally died, so she could only hold a grand funeral for him. As a ghost, Plankton managed to pass through the walls of the Krusty Krab and reached the safe. However, being a ghost, he couldn't pick up the bottle at all. Just then, a burst of laughter came from outside. Angrily, he rushed out, only to find the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman told him that on the first day as a ghost, it's impossible to hold anything. Right after saying that, the Flying Dutchman slipped into the safe and effortlessly grabbed the Krabby Patty's secret formula. Seeing Plankton's desperate expression, the Flying Dutchman softened and decided to teach him some ghost skills. The first lesson was shapeshifting. After explaining the basics, he began to demonstrate for Plankton. The shapes he showed terrified Plankton. Gathering his courage, Plankton tried to imitate them, but he could only turn into letters. Seeing this, the Flying Dutchman cheered him on. The next moment, Plankton transformed into a one-eyed Flying Dutchman. He barely passed the first lesson. The second lesson was scaring people. They sneaked into a small alley, and coincidentally, a thief walked by. Suddenly, a ghost appeared behind the thief, frightening him so much that his body split apart. Plankton eagerly stepped forward and turned around to make a scary face, but to his surprise, there was a mirror right in front of him. Seeing his own reflection, so scared that his body practically fell apart, and he shrank behind the Flying Dutchman. The third lesson was haunting a house. They targeted unlucky Squidward. Plankton merged directly into Squidward's bed, widened his only eye, and prepared to scare him. But Squidward was still asleep. They tried every trick to wake him up. When Squidward finally woke, he was so scared that he hid inside a drawer, pulled out a recorder to calm himself, and started playing it. The piercing sound was unbearable, so Plankton transformed into SpongeBob and snatched the recorder away. Poor Squidward fainted. Plankton then realized that he had learned how to hold physical objects. The Flying Dutchman congratulated him on graduating. Excited, Plankton returned to the safe and easily grabbed the secret formula. But soon, a new problem arose. The bottle couldn't pass through the safe walls. In the end, Plankton gave up the formula and wanted to return to his body. When he got home, he found that Karen was holding a funeral for him.
We can't leave your own carcass alone for 10 minutes in this town!
Just as Plankton was about to return to his body, the Flying Dutchman beat him to it. However, Plankton's relatives felt deceived. They surrounded the ghost. The Flying Dutchman, who had been cheerful, tried to open his mouth wide to scare them, but instead, it only made them angrier.